You're with Julian on the brown note and a not too long review of the much derided Black Site film. Currently sitting at 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't think it doesn't look that small a budget, but it's the latest, it's the endless run of turning women over 40 into action heroes, which I'm fully on board with. It's got trashed. It's a very rote film. It fits neatly in the box of, someone that works for the CIA finds out that, things aren't quite as they seem. This time around we get someone I really like, Michelle Monaghan, who has been like in something like Gone Baby Gone, where she's got a great meaty role. She excels, but she's so often used as the perfect wife or the perfect girlfriend to, the Harrison Ford style perfect husband. She's sidelined a lot in these roles. But here she plays someone whose husband and child are killed in, I think, a missile attack, a bombing in a hospital in Egypt. She works for the CIA, and she asks to be transferred to this black site where they try and collect evidence to find the terrorists behind the actual attack, who's supposedly called Hatchet. So it's a very simple setup, and you can telegraph everything that's going to happen and all of these, shenanigans behind the scenes. I thought this had got a fair few things going for it. Mostly it's Jason Clarke, the Aussie actor, who's returning to the torture chambers of Zero Dark 30, but this time around on the other end of the scale. He is Hatchet. But very quickly, and not surprisingly, we learn that Hatchet is actually deliberately getting caught because there's another person in the black site. So this black site's where the CIA sort of, they've set it up in this mountain somewhere in Egypt, I think, or in Jordan or somewhere. I actually lost track, where they can merrily disobey any American laws and, like the Republican Party, and just do whatever they want. And there's another prisoner being held there that's supposedly, connected with the Hatchet and so on, and he's regularly tortured and brutalised by people like Jai Courtney, another Aussie. It's directed by Sophia Banks. I think it possibly is her debut. And along the way, there are someone from Mossad that has his personal concerns. You could probably write the plot out on a napkin and you'd get everything right. I thought there was a lot to recommend. Jason Clarke is magnificent here. He is the angel of death. He's a great character. Given that the ending of this film points to a sequel, I'm quite happy to see. I kind of wish they'd kept his character going. He's a very convincing Terminator. He's like the living Terminator. He's excellent. There's some really gnarly violence throughout this, which I thought was pretty cool. It's shot relatively well. It's fast. Michelle Monaghan's absolutely fine in her role. And if you are into these sort of genre flicks, I don't agree with Rotten Tomatoes giving it such a low score. I think overall, I was pleasantly enthralled. I thought the main character's quite good. Didn't look cheap, I didn't think. Although the final strike looked a bit cheap, but most of the rest of it is well set up, and the black site itself's quite an enticing venue, sort of like this labyrinth in a mountain. So even though it is as rote as they come, I did enjoy it. And if you like these sort of almost B-movie CIA-esque thrillers with lots of violence and some pretty gruesome stuff, I would say give it a watch. I'm going to give Black Site a 6 out